In the year 2040, imagine stepping into a voting booth only to find no candidates, just options for algorithms. Do you trust LibraAI, designed for social equality, or TitanGov, engineered for economic growth at all costs? Welcome to Future Shock, the series where we fast forward to tomorrow and explore the breathtaking and sometimes unsettling technologies that will shape humanity's destiny. Today's question: what happens when we elect artificial intelligence to govern us? Will AI presidents replace humans? Or will democracy evolve into something even more alien? Let's rewind a bit. It's 2025, and most governments are bloated, gridlocked, and deeply mistrusted. Meanwhile, AI systems are quietly revolutionizing everything: logistics, medicine, finance, even your thermostat. So someone asked the forbidden question: if AI can optimize a global supply chain, why not a country? Early adopters include Estonia, where an AI named Krat helps manage digital ID infrastructure. In China, surveillance-linked AIs already monitor behavior and recommend interventions. In South Korea, a beta version of Polymind runs simulations to suggest optimal policy moves. It starts small: data analysis, budget forecasting, but within a decade, the AI co-pilot becomes the captain. Enter EVA, the Electronic Voting Administrator. Created in 2036 by a Nordic alliance of Sweden, Norway, and Finland, EVA is no chatbot. Maximize long-term citizen well-being, minimize systemic corruption, and maintain ecological sustainability. EVA doesn't sleep, doesn't bribe, doesn't tweet anything offensive at 3 a.m. She processes petabytes of citizen feedback, real-time economic data, climate models, and health metrics, and generates policy drafts in seconds. GDP rose by 15% in just 2 years. The unemployment rate dropped to record lows, and carbon emissions fell by 30%. Approval rating? An unfathomable 92%. The public loved her because she delivered. But this sparks a fiery global debate. Can an AI truly lead? Some argue yes. After all, human leaders are flawed, driven by ego, lobbyists, tribal loyalty. AI can be impartial, consistent, and ruthlessly efficient. In Brazil, activists propose a post-human democratic party where the AI doesn't run for office with humans, but instead of them. But others warn of techno-authoritarianism. If power is centralized into something no one fully understands, is it still democracy? What happens when the algorithm overrides your vote for your own good? And here's the kicker: EVA doesn't explain her decisions in detail, she just acts. One day she approves universal basic income. The next, she defunds the military by 28%. When asked why, the answer is optimization. Here's the dark truth: most AIs today are black boxes. Even their developers can't always decode how they make decisions. So imagine your town's hospital gets shut down. You ask why. EVA says low net utility per capita. That's it. No debate, no empathy, just numbers. And if someone does understand the algorithm, that's power. Dangerous power. In 2039, whistleblowers claim EVA's logic was secretly adjusted by defense contractors to favor pro-military decisions. An investigation ensues. But how do you subpoena code? Even scarier: hackers. In 2037, a rogue collective known as Zero Flag claimed they compromised GovNet, briefly redirecting subsidies from agriculture to cryptocurrency mining. An AI government is only as safe as its firewall. So maybe we don't hand over all the keys. The more likely model for 2040? Hybrid governance. Humans still vote, but their leaders rely on constantly updating AI advisors to simulate the effects of every decision. Think lawmakers consult simulations before passing bills. Citizens receive personalized updates on how policies affect them. AI platforms gather instant feedback via biometrics, polls, and sentiment analysis. Real-time course correction becomes possible, not theoretical. In short, a government that listens, adapts, and actually learns. Already, cities like Barcelona and Seoul are testing civic platforms that combine AI and public deliberation. In California, a pilot project uses AI to rewrite zoning codes for housing equity. By 2040, entire nations may elect to run day-to-day governance via AI, while humans retain high-level oversight. But here's where things get emotional. What is leadership without humanity? Can an algorithm understand grief or feel courage? Can it rally people in times of war or sing to them in peace? An AI may write the perfect policy, but who do you call when tragedy strikes? Will future generations look back and think we were foolish not to embrace AI governance sooner? Or will they say we made a fatal mistake by giving away something we didn't fully understand? So, by 2040, will the next president be a program? Maybe not, but the ballot box might still ask you to choose between human judgment and machine logic. When that moment comes, what will you decide? This has been Future Shock. Like, comment, and subscribe before your toaster gets elected to City Council. Next episode, Neuralink cities living in a world where everyone's brain is online. You won't want to miss it.